Hello and welcome to my channel. Here I review new movies and television shows and release a new review every day from Monday to Friday. Today, I want to talk about A Man Called Otto. It's a dramatic comedy that revolves around Otto. He's a cantankerous old man that hates life, the world, and everyone in it. When a new family rents a place across from him, he accidentally bonds with them and finds a reason to turn his life around. The film was written by David McGee and is based on a Swedish novel written by Fredrik Backman, A Man Called Ove, and the film adaptation by Hans Holm. It's directed by Mark Forrester, the guy who directed Stranger Than Fiction, Monsters Ball, and World War Z. The story starts off by introducing Otto. He's an old man that's very strict with the way he conducts himself and how he lives his life. He is old-fashioned and looks down on the younger generation. He belittles the teenage cashiers, shows contempt for the people in his neighborhood, and treats everyone else like an idiot. Tom Hanks, who plays him, comes across as mean-spirited and somewhat embarrassing. The way he acts is reminiscent of many of the older generation. Rude without purpose, overly confident in their abilities, and judgmental, but underneath the surface there's a soft core. He cares about other people and wants to help them, but his world's been colored by something too dark for him to handle. Hank gets across the hurt Otto is feeling, is oddly charming despite playing a prick, and has amazing chemistry with Mariana Trevino. Otto's been forced out of his job, and his wife recently died, so he's got nothing left to live for. And he hates everyone else anyway, so he decides to end his life. He makes the arrangements, cancels all his services, and even gets the noose ready to go. He's about to do the deed when he hears a crash from outside, and curiosity gets the better of him, and he goes outside to look. There he finds Marisol and her family. Her husband Tommy is struggling to parallel park, and Otto comes to their rescue. Marina Trevino plays Marisol, a smart and hardworking immigrant woman with 2 kids and a third on the way. She's a busybody who inserts herself into the life of Otto and constantly asks for his help while also keeping an eye on him. Her fondness for Otto is adorable, and the way she sees her father in him is touching. Trevino and Hanks have a lot of chemistry, and Trevino kills the emotional scenes. Her speech to Otto was fantastic. From there, the movie runs in a fairly predictable loop of Otto returning to his dark place and Marisol and the others from his neighborhood showing up in time to distract him by asking for his help. Otto puts his plans on hold to render aid, and then the loop starts again. It works well at taking you on a roller coaster ride of emotions. You loop back and forth between sad and joyful with lots of laughter and tearjerker moments in between. At times, it does feel a little over-contrived, with some of the timing being absolutely amazing and some important details being forgotten about or glossed over. It also wastes a lot of time on scenes that weren't important, weren't all that entertaining, and just felt mean. Like taking shots at Tommy for not being handy, or that other guy who tried to teach Marisol to drive and who was always nice to Otto. The general balance of the movie lets these scenes fade into the background for the most part, but they're there and they feel out of place. Overall, the story is entertaining but lacks polish and proper editing. The majority of the screen time goes to Tom Hanks as Otto, his son, Truman Hanks, who plays the younger version of Otto, and Mariana Trevino as Marisol. They do a fantastic job of getting at the raw emotions of the situation and building a deep relationship. Outside of Hanks and Trevino, the rest of the cast gets one-note characters. They're done well enough for the purposes of the movie, but few stand out. Notable exceptions include Peter Lawson-Jones as Reuben, who gets 2 heartfelt moments with Hanks that he plays well, and Mac Beta, who does a brief but touching performance. Neither of them is overly dramatic in their portrayals, but had nice little moments with Otto that helped flesh out the change we see in him. The production quality of the film is fairly standard, but makes good use of the visuals and soundtrack to get the story across and plays with the emotions of it well. The camera shakes at times and features fairly basic drama angles. It centers the characters' faces well and captures their emotions, but doesn't stand out in any way from other movies. The film does a lot of flashbacks, but most of them are well done, and are properly integrated into the story so that they feel like Otto's memories rather than a gimmick. The soundtrack is made up of instrumental music with an original song here and there on the radio. It's good at fine-tuning the emotions and really builds up the sadness and joy from the film. It comes in when it's needed and never competes with the actors. In terms of entertainment value, I found this film highly enjoyable. Tom Hanks and Trevino were good at playing on my heartstrings, and there is a lot of beauty and meaning in their relationship. I like the subtle way that Reuben tried to help Otto, the way their relationship changed, and what Otto ended up doing for them. There were parts that dragged a bit, and the story is eerily similar to Gran Torino. It plays on a lot of similar themes, has a similar premise, and even takes story beats almost note for note. The production also doesn't take any creative risks, and even the jokes are somewhat rehashed and tame. It's a good movie that doesn't reach far enough, doesn't risk enough, but still provides a powerful, moving experience. It's a sad movie at its heart, so if you aren't in the mood to tear up and maybe cry, then give it a pass. But otherwise, definitely give it a try. It's highly enjoyable. 7 out of 10.